Danielle is here with the first look at the weather. I saw somebody today in a vintage convertible with the top down.
Ooh, top down.
Yes, and you just know he's going to tell his friends all winter long, oh yeah, I had it out in October.
October, right, because October 1st. You got to do it while you can. Us in Alberta, all us people, we really like to make the best of the weather that we have. And considering it is October 1st, it's chillier than what we had last week, but it's still quite nice out. And we still have warmer temperatures on tap for the longer range forecast. I'll show you the long range in a bit. But something to contend with the top down is the gusts that are starting to pick up now at about 46 kilometers per hour at the airport. We're down to 17 degrees. Our high was 18. It's 18 or 19 downtown. And Big Four Motors, Calgary's original Jeep store in Moore and Tazaa Park, is also at 18. When we look at those next 24 hours, tomorrow's going to be a much cooler day than what we had today, but we will get back closer to that 20-degree range in the longer range. I'll show you that coming up, Ian.
Well, in our weather, the wind is really a big story right now. It's getting stronger and stronger.
Yeah, so in Calgary, you know, 40, 45, 46 kilometers per hour, but south of Calgary, Pincher Creek, Crozes Pass area, over 80 so far today, and we could get to that 100 kilometer per hour gust. And look at that bouncing around that camera. Here's a Capital Chef sky cam. We have mostly cloudy skies, but also some sunny breaks. So as the story is the wind now, the winds will be a lot tamer for tomorrow, but still gusts around 40 kilometers per hour possible in all of the south for tomorrow. So it will be improved, but still a little gusty at times tomorrow. Just a look at the maximum wind gusts for today so far. 61 kilometers per hour earlier today in Calgary, 80 for Pincher Creek area, and 85 for Lethbridge. So these gusts again for the next couple of hours will continue on and off, and then we'll see things start to calm down in those overnight hours, and then a lot tamer tomorrow, but still the wind warning in place for these areas because of that. Also for Rogers Pass area, a lot of mountain passes seeing some snowfall right now, so slippery road conditions because the system is dropping snow for the mountaintops and some higher elevations. On our side, though, of the Rockies, it doesn't look like we're going to get any moisture in the southern part of the province. If we get anything at all, it'll be very, very minimal. Look at these temperatures right now, 6 degrees in Banff, and that's why Banff and Golden, when you look at those just low single-digit numbers, and those overnight lows that are possible with this, that's why we're getting snow for the mountaintops and higher elevations, especially in these overnight hours. I'll show you that in the future cast in just a second. It's 17 right now in Calgary, and just look at this range, 6 degrees in Banff, but 24 in Medicine Hat. But all of these areas will cool down, so looking at those mid-teens for the Medicine Hat area, Milk River, through tomorrow as this system starts to make its way in. The core of it off the coast here, but the wave setting up a trough here, and that's really what's creating this instability. So for central Alberta, they're getting some moisture, some non-severe thunderstorms as well with this, but for the south end, really just some cloud cover. Now in Calgary, we could see a couple showers this evening, just a 30% chance that we'll certainly get some cloud cover throughout the evening hours, and it will be gusty at times again throughout the evening. But by tomorrow, the gusts tame down a bit to about 40 kilometers per hour, and then we'll see some sunny breaks with some cloudy periods out there tomorrow, as you can see. And really that snow will remain in the mountaintops, and a lot of the rain will remain in central Alberta. All right, looking at that Capital Chef 5-day forecast, 12 degrees for tomorrow, so be prepared for it to be even cooler tomorrow than compared to today. Today's high was 18, to put that in perspective. Some sun, some cloud. 13 degrees for Thursday, but we do get back to that 20-degree range for Friday, close to it on Saturday, and to it for Sunday. And just to give you a quick look at that longer range forecast, that range around the 20-degree mark is Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday of next week.
A mild but kind of gusty night out there. Let's bring Danielle in. It seems like the further we get into October, though, the nicer it's going to get. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's really good. You know what? By the weekend, we're looking at temperatures around that 20-degree range. So a really nice, warm weekend ahead of us. But we're going to dip down temperature-wise for these next couple days. So be prepared for it to feel like fall, for the next 2 days before we get back into those 20s. Now today we got to a high of 18. We're now sitting at 17, and the winds have certainly picked up over these last couple of hours. At the airport, the gust registering right now is at 61 kilometers per hour. It will be less gusty tomorrow, gusting around 40 kilometers per hour later in the day. We'll have some sun, some cloud, but check out your, off to work at school, just 4 degrees in the morning at 8 a.m. and only getting to a high of 12 in the afternoon. That longer range and warmer forecast coming up, Tara.
Thank you, Danielle. It was a nice fall day today, Danielle, but it is getting really blustery out there.
It is. I mean, for the day, it was a nice way to kick off October, right? But yes, it is gusty, up to 60 kilometers per hour, and even just above that in some communities, and way above that to the south. So 61 kilometers per hour, the maximum gust in Calgary so far today, 80 for Pincher Creek and 85 for Lethbridge. We are looking at these gusty conditions for the next couple of hours, and then things will start to subside, which is why the wind warning is in place. We have a trough that's really all down, so we have that instability as well. But the key thing with this one is we're just getting the winds in the south. Other communities are getting the moisture. Mountaintops are getting the snow. And with all of this, we're also getting cooler temperatures. So just 5 degrees right now in Banff. Quite a range in temperatures when you look at Banff compared to Medicine Hat right now. Medicine Hat, Milk River sitting at 21 degrees. Brooks at 15, and for us in Calgary, again, we're at 17 degrees. Okay, couple things going on. Again, we have that trough in place. The core of this low is circling just off the coast. We have this instability and this moisture that's mainly moving through central Alberta, even some non-severe thunderstorms with this. And you can see snow for the mountaintops in parts of the southern interior BC. Rogers Pass, Eagles Pass, already getting some snowfall, 5 to 10 centimeters possible there, in very slippery roads. So southern interior BC will continue to see this activity for the next couple of hours. I want to advance this to tomorrow, and you can see a lot quieter tomorrow. The winds will be tamer tomorrow, and we're not looking at a whole lot of moisture in southern BC or southern Alberta as well. But there will be cloudy periods at times with this. So keep that in mind. Cloudy period with sunny breaks, and then Thursday looks very stable and mainly sunny. Another key thing to mention with all of this is this system's dragging in a cooler air mass, which will be around for the next couple of days. So just 4 degrees to kick off the morning at 8 a.m. You're looking at overnight lows of just 1 degree, and then just daytime highs around 12 and 13 degrees for the next couple of days. So be prepared for it to feel like fall for the next little bit, but we do get a warming trend that will kick in by Friday. So by Friday, we'll get those warmer temperatures that will get that Chinook arch building in, and then we should be around or close to that 20-degree mark as we get into the weekend as well. That's your Capital Chev 5-day forecast, Tara.
Thank you, Danielle.
Okay, Capital Chev Skywatch camera. We had a beautiful day today, got up to 18 degrees, but later in the day, the winds have certainly picked up. Over 61 kilometers per hour in Calgary and south of Calgary near Lethbridge, 85 kilometers per hour, and near Pincher Creek, 80. So the winds have picked up today. They will be tamer tomorrow. We're looking at gusts around 40 kilometers per hour late in the day tomorrow. Okay. That's a bit of a wind talk. We'll talk more about the wind in just a second. 17 degrees is our current temperature. Today's high has been 18 degrees, which is a few degrees above what's normal for this time of year. A key thing to be prepared for is the cooler temperatures on the way for these next couple of days. All right, there's a look at these gusts for today. 80, over 80 in Lethbridge, 80 in Pincher Creek, 61 in Calgary. So yes, gusty today. Expect 40 kilometers per hour tomorrow late in the day in all of these communities. Still a wind warning in place because we could still get wind gusts up to 100 kilometers per hour. It will still be gusty for the next couple of hours before things really start to quiet down. All right, here's a look at the system. Now, the system is delivering rain and thunderstorms through parts of central Alberta, snow for the mountaintops, and rain in parts of the southern interior BC as well. We're getting the wind in the south part of Alberta. That's what we're getting from the system, and we'll get some cloud cover from this as well. And much cooler temperatures. So be prepared for a cooler day tomorrow. Just 17 for Kamloops and Kelowna with mainly cloudy skies. Check out this, Grand Prairie, Slave Lake, just 6 degrees tomorrow. That comes with a rain-snow mix likely in Grand Prairie. 9 for Edmonton, so single digits there. 12 for Red Deer. Olds in through Calgary for tomorrow, 11 for Coronation, 12 for High River, just 9 for Banff, and into those teens just barely for Medicine Hat. Capital Chev 10-day trend showing you that the next couple days are going to be colder in those, lower teens, just barely. But then we'll get closer to that 20-degree range for Friday, the weekend, and the start of next week as well, Tara.
Thank you, Danielle. Lewis is my favorite too. Okay, I'm going to have to keep watching F1 until we see Christian driving
There you
F1.
go. Wouldn't that be cool?
That's exciting. So it's kind of blustery out there tonight, Danielle.
Yeah, a little gusty right now for the next couple of hours, then it will quiet down. But the key thing to mention for the next couple of days is it's a lot cooler than what we've been kind of used to over this last little while. 4 degrees to kick off the morning at 8 a.m. And then tomorrow afternoon, just getting to a high of 12, getting to about 40-kilometer-per-hour gusts later in the day tomorrow. So less gusty, but still a little breezy. 13 for Thursday. We get back into that 20-degree range for Friday and the weekend. That was your Capital Chev 5-day forecast. Now, weather window brought to you by Lux Windows and Doors, crafting quality windows and doors for your style budget and Alberta's climate. And how beautiful is this from Darren Marquardt, Fish Creek Park? I believe this was taken on Sunday. Nice little walk.
That's a beautiful shot. Lovely.
Calming.
Thanks for your company tonight. For breaking news anytime, go to our website, ctvnewscalgary.ca.